Hey, you getting set up too? Mm.
You tell me you gonna help me. The lady you was talking earlier.
No, that's a different one.
Recording in progress.
Grandma, I join.
Yes, you can go ahead and join.
Um,
So I had to join on my phone and my computer.
Okay, yeah, cause I'm gonna do I'm still setting up now, cause I'm trying to do live and record it so I can post it in other social media places.
Okay.
I'm still setting up and hold on. Even though we recording in progress.
it blows.
So you're trying to go live on Facebook as well?
Yes, ma'am. But it's gonna be in the group right now.
Oh, I just asked. I don't even. How you do that? Go live and.
With a laptop. I'm on my computer, and so I'm gonna go live on my laptop.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna record also on my phone
Okay.
so I can post it share it to other social media later.
Okay.
And my grandson is using my tablet.
That's your grandson?
Yes. You see him? That's him.
Yeah. I ain't know you had no grandson that old.
Yes. He's talking about he not old. How old you, Jaden?
48.
You hear him?
What'd he say?
He 48.
Oh, how old is your grandson?
Jaden just 8.
Oh, okay.
You see how he jumped that far? He do got an old spirit though.
How old is your child?
She 28.
Oh.
13.
That's my baby girl's 13.
Oh,
Talking about your mama.
I heard 28. Now I get old. I have to get old. How about 16?
And then your baby 13, you only got two?
Yes, ma'am.
You got 128 and 113. Wow.
Yeah.
28.
You
28.
spread it that apart.
Mhm.
No, hammers.
But it's not.
Mama,
What?
didn't they join us?
They joining in?
Yeah, the cabinet.
Okay, hold on.
Grandma, you mean.
Thank you, baby.
Wait. We're giving out this. Out this. Come on, but the camera acting up. But the camera acting up.
I can't get
We're giving out this. And this.
don't want anybody else to have. What time is it?
5:50.
I'm trying to log in.
You giving out this?
So I know you're busy, but explain me. So how you go live? I know you say you use the laptop, but how? How you do
I'm gonna have it
it?
turned towards my desktop.
Okay, that's what people do. I was wondering what people do to go live and be on Zoom.
Now they might got a
I thought maybe it was some kind of way they do it.
They probably is a different way, but I don't know that way.
I know. I've been trying to. Not that I've needed it. I was just like, well, how do they do this?
That her right there.
Yes, no.
That her sister.
No, both of them. That's her sister. Both of them hers.
Oh, that's me. Both of them.
Hello, hello. Think you without this? What? Blurry.
Cause how they saw that.
Like this.
I can't get it. And my daughter done, my baby girl here, done cleared out my this tablet, so I'm having a hard time trying to get logged in for him. What? You can't log on either?
Grandma, can they say I'll get by the service? Yeah.
Okay. But I think it's a different way, cause people be on, like, it seems like they be on the same device.
I'm looking at it on YouTube. It is a one.
Mm-hmm.
You go to your Zoom setting.
Jaden, hold on.
Hallelujah. This the background. Sorry.
Oh, you go to your settings. It's really there. Let me see. You go to settings. I'm finished, but I can't. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. This thing. Okay, this is your Zoom.
85722. You hear me, Janae?
I'm trying to remember this.
I'm gonna hold.
Can you send me this?
8, 5.
I know. I can't do it right. Listen to what I got doing. I'm doing two things at once. Oh, you got it? What that is? 857
Hold on. 8, 5, 7,
22
2, 2,
60
6, 0,
I see what it is online.
248
2,
7.
8, 7.
Mm-hmm. That's not. This thing is invalid.
It is. We tried that one so many times.
Oh, 857. Try this.
8, 5, 7.
857 2260
2, 2, 6, 0.
2487.
It's invalid.
Hold on. Passcode
That was her.
744
7.
291.
Grandma, here you type in. Here we go. Okay, I'm in.
Mom, hold on, Jada. You there? This is the beat. Okay, 857.
Hello?
Give me.
Show him how to put it on mute and how to unmute it when he want to talk. Cause if he want to talk, I want him to talk.
See what happens. Hey, Jaden.
No names.
Feel blue and me tracking that hit me. Alright, that one's like I need mine. I'm gonna get on my computer. How do I what's the password?
I'm gonna send it to you. Mute. That's you, Janae.
It's there.
Call your stepdaddy and tell him to log in for me, please, and thank you.
If I can.
You logging on your?
I'm already logged in. It won't let me call him.
Okay.
You just sent it to me?
Yeah, I text it to you. Close my room door, my office door. Hey, we finna start in a little bit if you want to log in. I got a lot of stuff going on with them children.
I see.
Everything.
Who is Jasmine?
That's my oldest granddaughter. She is living.
Okay.
How beautiful.
So your daughter got 3 kids?
Yeah.
2 kids.
Jesus. Hello?
Hey.
Huh?
You send me a link or something?
Okay, let me. I'm finna send it to you. Let me go ahead and give you the everything because I know you're gonna talk you through it. You ready?
Yeah.
857 2260 2487
No password.
744 291.
744 291.
Yes.
Alright. I'm about to get in.
Okay.
What room you in?
My office.
Oh.
Hey, Mr. Jeff.
Hey.
Hey, Mr. Jeff.
Hey, yes.
I ain't used this in so long. Okay. I guess I need like this. I'm just they're gonna give it. Right now, all my family on here.
Mama, I need to get the charger.
Okay, Jaden, get the charger. If y'all need anything, go to Janae. Because I'm gonna be on live. I'm waiting. At least to the other ones that's supposed to be on there. I might need an inboxer.
Yeah.
Oh, the reason why you didn't know is I got the bike drop up, Jeff.
Yeah, that's what I see. Like, what room you in? I found you one.
I think people might be having the same problem that we was having.
No problem.
When we tried to hit the link, it wouldn't come on. I had to physically put the code in.
You might gotta text them the code password.
That's what I'm doing now. $24. Oh, hey, Elijah. Thank you for joining in. We just giving a few more minutes for everybody to log on.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
She had on the headset because I put on.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you?
All right.
He took some of the paper that you had down the bed. You let him put the paper up.
Jess, can you put yourself on mute for right now? Thank you, baby.
For me?
Mm-hmm.
You talking me?
No, I was talking to Jessica.
Oh.
You got the same name that Mr. Jeff.
Jaden, could you put yourself on mute? Is he on there? Yeah. Elijah, did you had any problem logging in?
No, I logged in pretty good.
Okay. I'm trying to help this other lady that's trying to when I presented she said she having problems. So I was just
I
wondering.
do know that on the like when you look on the Facebook thing, the number that's given, the code, it says incorrect though. I had to click on the link and it took me back to like the Zoom app that I downloaded.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I
Hey, Keish.
Hey, Jay. I can't see your face.
What's up with
Man, your nephew eating. He'll be up here in a minute.
you? Okay. I'm driving. I got to put the phone down. That's why I have mine up.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
I can't get it go live on my laptop, so oh well. It's 16 minutes after. I think that's long enough. It's 16 minutes after. I'm trying to use my phone. Maybe it can go live there. I was running late. I just got off. Thank you for joining. Oh, let me switch the camera over.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to see. So I need to go out this way. Hey everybody, I'm finna get started. If y'all can mute your phones right now, and then we can unmute later.
You want us to decide on our cameras?
And I just want to thank everybody. I'm sorry all the trouble issues. That's how things goes when you're trying to do something. But I just want to introduce myself as first. And my name is Carrie Vet Coleman Curse. I'm the founder of Fortress Builders Enterprise Corp. We started in November 2017, doing this nonprofit organization to support and teach bullying prevention. The reason why I started because my baby girl had started being bullied at school, and she actually got bullied by the same bully 2 years back to back. The reason why, because the kids grouped together, they transitioned from one grade to the other grade together, and I didn't know the process of what to do and the things that I was trying. It seemed like it wasn't working. And she was a child that loved the school, and it came from her loving school, making it an on the road student to starting to fail, didn't want to go to school. No, all the signs of her being bullied. So then I learned what to do in the process, in which we might do another conference on today. But today, our bully conference is focused on bullying prevention, also teenagers, adults, and sexualities, and child abuse awareness month. our logo, as you see, is a bird, and you see it's a bird, and it's looking back to get a pebble. And the name of it is Sankoka, and it's an African symbol from an African tribe, and it means, and it's translated, it's not taboo to fetch what is risk of being left behind. And that was, to me, was perfect for fortress builders, because we always want to go back to help the next person, to keep them or prevent them from bullying, to go back if they is being bullied, to teach the next person what to do. And this is my whole purpose of fortress builders. We also do these kind of conference, men and women children conference. We also do outreach ministry, where we give away. Our next one is in June the 16th, where we're doing a back to school giveaway and a talent show in Statesboro, Georgia. And we got a Thanksgiving box giveaway, a Christmas stocking giveaway as well. And today we also gonna give away some prizes. And this is what I do. I go into daycares as well, and in the school systems, and teach bullying prevention, and I like to do fun games with the kids and give away prizes. And today we're gonna give away this. I don't know if you can see it. It's on Beats and a family game, and it calls "What Do You Mean?" A family edition. I'm not here to speak. Hey, Miss Davia, thank you for joining. I'm not going to speak. I'm not the speaker today. It's 3 speakers, and hopefully they get the log on. If not, that's fine too. We can still keep going on. But today, Miss Yvette McCall is our first speaker, and I'm gonna give the floor to you if you want to introduce yourself. And she's our latest member of Fortress Builders on the board of directors.
So good evening, good evening, good evening. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. So my name is Yvette McCall. I am the owner of Southern Pro Staffing. I am a dedicated member of this community. I spent all day in a Democratic conference where I spoke as well. So I've been busy all day. I've been in social service for the last 25 years. Currently, I have a contract with the state of Georgia through Voc Rehab. I help people with disabilities find jobs. My company do. In addition to, I own a staffing firm as well. So today, my little spiel is going to be very quick. I actually got people at my house right now, so I'm just going to come in and do my little spiel. But I really wanted to focus on cyberbullying. Because when we think of bullying, we think of it, in the physical, not necessarily in what cyberbullying can do. Our very own president, 45, did a lot of bullying over an electronic device. So we know cyberbullying is extremely vigilant. It's done a lot. And it has caused many traumatic things to happen. After doing some research, I read several stories of people who actually killed themselves because of things that started on the internet. So we know that that's an issue. Cyberbullying is breaking the law. It's a misdemeanor. And using an electronic communication to bully someone is cyberbullying. That's exactly what it is. It could be one incident I read about was a young lady who sent a photo to her boyfriend, sexting, and he shared it. He shared it with his friends. Of course, she was embarrassed. She committed suicide. So, he could essentially be charged. Suicide among teenagers is the third leading cause of teenage death. 14% of the high school students right now have contemplated suicide. 7% have actually attempted suicide. 73% of students feel that they have been bullied. 47% feel that they have been bullied in the last 30 days. So bullying is really, really, really a big thing. Cyberbullying is extremely a big thing because why? It's much more easier to do it. people tend to have something to say about everybody's life. We know this with Will slapping Chris. We saw things about Jada. We saw things about Will. We don't even know these people, but this was a whole topic and a whole conversation for everyone. People sharing things as if people don't have feelings. So when we focus on bullying, we have to focus on what the cyberbullying has done for us. So we know social media is not going anywhere. Social media is steadily growing. It is definitely not going nowhere. As social media grows, cyberbullying grows as well. So I think we just have to really be aware of that. We have to have those conversations with our kids. When you're going back and forth with someone over the internet, you're calling them names, threatening them, you are cyberbullying them. And we gotta let kids educate kids on that's breaking the law. And it's not just kids. Like I said, our very own 45 did a lot of bullying over Twitter, which he was banned for. But we know Elon Musk has just decided to purchase Twitter and say he's all about freedom of speech. We're all about freedom of speech. We don't want to lose freedom of speech, but we also have to understand and respect other people's privacy, and understand and respect what we share can do to someone else. So I think we sometimes forget that these are not just people behind a keyboard. These are people. These are people lives, and we have to be vigilant about respecting people and their lives. So I just wanted to bring awareness to cyberbullying. I know we always talk about bullying. I think we focus less on cyberbullying, but in fact, cyberbullying is more widespread than bullying, because you have the opportunity to do it over and over again with just a click of a button. So we have to really concentrate on that is an issue, and it's a concern. And when we have 14% of the high school students saying they have thought about they have contemplated suicide, 7% saying I have actually attempted. Many times we don't even know our kids have contemplated suicide. Many times we don't even know they may have attempted it. So, and especially in the black community, suicide has definitely increased, suicide rates. We're reading all the time about kids committing suicide. I have a friend who he's not a friend, he was a colleague, who lost his child several years ago at the age of 13, suicide. So these are things, and she said she was bullied at her school. So these are things that we really have to pay attention to. I appreciate you letting me be a part of your panel. I'm going to have to tap out, but I really do appreciate it, and I enjoyed the event.
I appreciate you and thank you for joining as well.
Okay.
And I understand that you have to leave. Do any
Uh-huh.
of the body here got any questions?
That was really good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
He's a sweet dude.
Yeah. I know that there are 30% of hold on. It's all written out. It's 30%, 30 to 40% of kids being bullied a week. And it's always a statistics. A lot of children, out of 4 out of 5 kids in the classroom have either experienced bullying or seen bullying, and it affect, like you said, a lot of kids are being committing suicides about it because they're not being outspoken, or the teachers not being educated about it or how to handle it. And there's a lot of things that we trying to do to get in the school system to anywhere to open a door to teach about bullying and bullying
Right.
prevention. Um,
I think one of the other things is we're not, we don't really talk about, uh, most parents, a lot of parents are in denial about it's their kid.
yeah,
Like they assume that somebody's bothering their kid, and they're not really in reality mode that many times their kids are the one that's being bullied. I was bullied for many years. But I know my son was bullied, and he was bullied by a particular kid, and I know the parents wouldn't have believed it, and I know the conversation wouldn't have went well.
yeah.
So I had to focus on him more so than the issue because I knew what that was going to be like. So we don't really tend to believe that our kids will do those things. So
We
that's another issue.
hmm when a child is being when you a child is bullying, the for people don't know the steps of it. The first thing to go through the steps when your child's being bullied is to first thing they want you to do is reach out to the teachers to inform the teacher, let them know if hey what's going on. And once you reach out to you want to make sure you keep in documentation of everything that's going on, so you can keep up, because that's what's gonna help you. If something don't get done about your child being bullied, you want to keep documentation. Call out to ask for a conference with the teacher. Let them know what's going on, and see if it happen. Then you want to do a follow up with your child to see, hey, has the bullying stopped? And if the bullying hadn't stopped, you want to go to the principal and to let her know, hey, my child's being bullied. I did reach out to the teacher on this day at this time, and it's still a problem. It's not being solved. And then if your child still is not being taken care of being bullied, you want to go to the board of education and inform them of what's going on. And you want to keep written documentation. If nothing is being done, then you might be looking to getting a lawyer to help your case. Hopefully you won't get that far into that. We also, a lot of times I learned that people say there's no bullying tolerance, but there's not educating on bullying. Most time, like she said, a child's being bullied and the parents don't know what to do or how to say. What you have to do is, once your child's being bullied, is making sure your child knows what to do and how to handle. You don't want to never tell the child. We like to tell the child, a child hit you, hit them back. You don't want to do that, because then you taking it out your hands and out getting away. Because then a lot of times it's target your child as being the problem child, and your child not getting the help it needs, because now they see that your child is the one doing the violence. So you don't want to tell your child to hit back. You want to tell them either yell. They can yell out, stop, leave me alone, stop bullying me. So the teacher can pay attention to what's going on. They can go to get with a friend, group with a friend, and let a friend know, hey, I'm having an issue with over here. Could you be with me? Could you play with me? And a lot of times children feel that they bullying because they're being isolated. The kids are teaming together and get together, and they say, oh, we're going to play together, but we're not going to play with you. A lot of times children, once they get bullied, they become a bully. Because children learn from what they see. They don't know anything about nothing until they first see and first experience. And then they might don't even know that that's not okay. That's not acceptable until you educate your child, let them know, hey, that was wrong that person did to you. But it's not okay for you to continue to do it to somebody else. That hurt that person's feelings. When your feelings hurt, okay, let's try another way of handling these things. Like I said, you want to also make sure you always keep documentation what's going on with your child when your child's being bullied. And so you can say, hey, I called out this time, I did this. What teacher Curse told me she was gonna handle this. This is what they're going, but they're not handled. And I'm following up now with you to see what can be done, because it's unfair to my child, the situation they're going on. Like I said, my daughter, when she was first bullied, they talked to the child. He eventually stopped. But then he went to the next grade with her, and he started bullying her again. And I reached out to the teacher, and she said she was a bullying instructor, that no bullying wasn't going on in her class, because she teach on bullying. Found out the boy was a bully. She didn't even see it going on. And he had been bullying more, besides my daughter, a bunch of other kids. And not until I pointed out, and then she started talking to the other kids, that she realized, hey, this boy is a bully. And I hope that he got help, because a lot of times children are bullied because also things they going on at home. Your child might have clothes and things the other child don't have, nice clothes or shoes, and the child feel like they being left out. So they might target your child for being bullied because they're not getting treated like way at home. Or they might be going through abuse at home, the child is too. There's multiple reasons why a child might become a bully. And your child can also be a bully, and you don't even know it. If you see your child coming home with gifts, and he's saying, hey, Susie gave me this right here. Then the next day you see him, oh, Billy gave me this right here. Then that's all signs that your child might be being a bully. If you see your children can't sleep at night, both bully and the bullier will have Mike can't sleep at night. Can't sleep at night. Them all signs your child's being bullied. Want to be isolated at home. Don't want to be with family. Want to have family gatherings. Let's go out to eat. No, their children don't want to go out to eat. They won't want to participate in the family issues and stuff. Or they tell you, leave me alone. Being acting different. Them all signs that your child is being bullied. Um, I don't have too much more to say. I know Elijah Benjamin. He is also got his own. He's a young man that's also do bullying prevention. Than one of my Myers and a little mental. Anything else that even though he's not on the counter, the other two ladies, one of them's getting off work. She said she was gonna come on a little bit later, and the other one having Zoom issues where she can't log in. But Mr. Benjamin, do you have anything you want to add or speak upon?
Yes, I do want to say, like, from my previous studies and my background in this field, one of you mentioned, and you said that, like, home lives, 9 times out of 10, when somebody's bullied or, something's going on, it starts when something is at home. Maybe they've been raised that way, or maybe they've been, taught and they don't know if that is okay, if that's not okay. So then when they get in the public eye of things, then they participate in that behavior. And that behavior continues until somebody stops it. And normally, like, when you see studies and stuff like that, I think, like, Miss Yvette McCall has said that home lives, that's 90% of what happens. Because it's like you grow up in that situation, and then when you branch out in it, you don't know how to phase it. You don't know how to get rid of it. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does. It does.
That's all I had to say.
Thank you so much. That we sure appreciate you speaking on that. Do anybody else
You're
got
welcome.
any let's see what's going on with hers. You got any questions?
I was bullied as a child going to school from, I want to say, 6th grade to like high school. And I kept it hid from my parents because I didn't want to worry them. But every day I was bullied about my hair, my clothes, my shoes, just like everything. And it do make you feel bad and want to go home and cry and, boo hoo. One day I had got beat up in 6th grade, and I went home and my grandma had baked a sweet potato pie, my favorite, and that made me feel like so much better. But that was the time that I should have just told her, "Hey, Gran, today I got beat up by this girl." And what happened was somebody had told her that I wanted to, and she was like the bully of the whole class or whatever. And I was like, I never said I wanted to fight you. Like, I never really even gave these people eye contact. So why would I even say I wanted to fight you? PE came, nobody stopped it. She was like, when we go to PE, we gonna fight. When the PE, she beat me up, whatever, nobody stopped it. Teacher, nobody. Teacher to me, they act like they ain't even care. And they seen all these students gathering around my desk before we all went to PE. I was scared to death to go to PE. Scared. So I just say, please stop bullying these kids out here.
Yes. Statistics 40% of teachers don't think that is a bullying problem in the school system. And a lot of times they really do just look away. Because they
Yeah.
pass it off as, oh, they just playing. But it's not be that. A child is really being hurt. JJ, you can go ahead. Did you want to say something?
Bullying is bad. Real bad.
That's
Yeah.
right. Miss Davis, Princess Davis, you had your hand up. Did you want to say something as well? And that's one of our board members, Miss Princess Davis, as well.
Sometimes when they're at school and the kids are playing, some of them call it horse playing. That's how the teachers look at it. But most times when they horse playing, it turns into something very serious. 9 times out of 10, they end up fighting, and then they end up hating each other. And then a lot of times by kids not, how can I say this? When kids really don't have other kids that act like them, I'm gonna say for instance, like just to say you live in a neighborhood with a bunch of other kids with your child or your children, and your child really don't, child or children really don't have anybody to play with. So they start playing with the kids in the neighborhood. Even though you teaching that your child or children not to become bullies, that's not right. Don't bully other kids. They still picking it up from the kids in the neighborhood because that's all they learn. I mean, even though we don't want that to happen to our kids, we never want our kids to bully anybody, and we never want our kids to be bullied. But, it's a good thing that, we have this group Fortress Builders because it's letting them know at a young age that it's not okay. Because the simple fact is, even though you did it when you was a kid, it sometimes stays in you and in your system when you get grown.
Yep.
And there's so many ways that you could be bullied or you could bully someone. You could bully them by what you say. You could bully them by who you're around. You could bully them by nitpicking. And as you mentioned earlier, it also could come from them picking at what a child wear. See,
Mm-hmm.
that child may not be as blessed as the next child. So if you sit there or they sit there and pick at that child, that is another form of bullying. But in the meantime, I guess if that child is not too scared of the child that's bullying them, they can maybe one day lead them on the right road to let them know what they're doing is wrong.
Okay. Yes, that's right. I tell Carabelle, tell Apostle Books I said God bless her, and tell her thank you. All glories go to God. Bullying
I
is
got something.
okay. Go ahead.
It's gonna be quick. I just was just thinking. A lot of kids, they they want to tell their parents or whatever that they getting bullied, but they don't want to be embarrassed. Cause I mean, your mama or daddy's gonna come up there and just nut up. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's that could be one reason why they never express to anyone. And kids is harsh. Like other kids will tease you about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't win.
Yeah,
But that's all I had to say.
yeah, I agree with that.
Hmm.
That was good, Mr. Jeff.
I just didn't want to word my post.
A bullying is any unwanted aggressive behavior that's continuous for ones that know what bullying. So bullying is anytime if someone tell you stop and you don't stop. Like she said, it comes in many form. Name calling, physical hitting, isolation. Like Miss Yvette on McCall was on earlier that she said cyberbullying, and this cyberbullying is coming more and more known and aggressive these days because so
Hmm.
many because of COVID and everybody have to be online. Which my daughter also
Hmm.
experienced cyberbullying on a game. So
Hmm.
that's why it's important if your child is not age. Some of the games you need to look at it. If they're not age appropriate, do not let your child get on it. I don't care what they say because they're not ready for it. You might think they're ready for it. They might be educated wise, smart enough, ready for it. But when it comes with it, that bullying, they're not ready to. Tell Evangelist Rosemary, I said, thank you for joining as well.
Um, can I say something real
Of
quick?
course, go ahead.
Um, I didn't I just see a little baby online too? A child.
Yeah, it's Jasmine online, Janae online, Lele online, and Jaden online. Did
Okay.
anybody else got any kids? Oh, and my nephew online too. Any kids
Okay.
that else online?
Praise the Lord. I'm
Kid-
beginning to call Ellie to get online.
Okay. To the kids and the parents. Is I know they're familiar with this thing called TikTok. Here lately, TikTok has been putting out challenges
Mhm.
for kids.
That's
That
not
is,
lately. Go ahead. Mhm.
huh?
That's been going on for a while.
It has. But this little cartoon like thing is blue with red lips and spiked teeth. It's been popping up on there, like and my way, I say that's a form of bullying and bad influence. But it's been popping up telling little kids to do things before their toys get them. It's leading little kids to believe that their toys gonna come to life and kill them. And I think that in that way, that's leading negative attitude, not only to younger kids, but all ages. So that to me is another form of cyberbullying. Not only that, it's putting negative things in kids' head that could lead to that. And the reason why I was so concerned about that, about 4 years ago, I lost my nephew to suicide. And the reason he did what he did because he was being bullied at school. And he didn't know how to talk to his mama. And
Shut off
he
that camera.
he was afraid that she wouldn't listen to him. So they basically just let go some balloons, in honor of his death. So basically what I'm saying, even though a lot of parents or other people, teachers, principals, and things like that want to admit that bullying is real, it is very much so real, just as if racism is real. And if could come together some kind of way to spread the word that bullying is not good and get it into the school systems, get the teachers and the principals and parents to understand, I think that this will go another way and it'll turn out good.
I agree. 100% agree. Um, Yasmin, you got your hand raised. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I think I know what she's talking about.
Okay. Did you have a
It's
comment?
it's this character. I think when she said it was blue and their lips are red, I think it means Huggy Wuggy.
That's right. That's right.
And
So
Grandma, you remember when Layla was
have you
watching
seen
that
it?
show today, and you said cut it down?
Mm-hmm.
That what she was talking about.
Oh Lord, that had a bad sound to it. I didn't even know what she was listening, but the sound was coming from it. I didn't look at the picture. Was so it went against my spirit. It was so it wasn't right that I just told her to turn it off because I didn't like the sound that it was making coming from it. Coming from,
See
I didn't agree with it.
what it is. It's like a cartoon. It appeared to the kids like a cartoon, and it teaches them to do. It tells them to do bad things. It pops up randomly, like if they looking at something on YouTube or playing the game Roblox or anything like that. It just pops up and it tell them, you need to do this to your teddy bear before it comes to life, or you need to get in the closet and do this before we get you. Whichever baby that was, that's the name of the little thing that I'm talking about.
That was Yasmin. Um, and social media it used to be 18 years old. You have to be on social media. Now they changed the age to 13. So it's legal for which Malaya is only 7, so she don't need to be on it. And but the age for people on TikTok. Now I don't know what she was on. She was on my TV, so it's not like that on my TV. Not even TikTok on my TV. It's is it Disney Plus, Hulu, or one of them apps. And I
She
do got an age, huh?
she was on YouTube.
She was on YouTube and TV. Okay, thank you. With
YouTube is
age,
bad.
Thank you, Jaden. And tell Lee I said thank you for watching as well. Miss Mosley, Carrie Mosley, lady, what would you like to say? You got your hand up.
Could you that thing how it looked again? I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. We all need to know.
Yes.
It's a little blue character like a cartoon, and they got red lips and spiked teeth. It looked like a little monster. That's just what it looked like, a little blue monster.
Excuse me? I think you're talking about like a video game character that's been popular. I think it's called Poppy Playtime.
Hold on just a Yeah, that's it.
Poppy
I'm
Playtime.
gonna see if I can switch my camera around so you can see it.
Why she do that? I do have some games, some gifts I want to give out. Mr. Elijah, for you being the first person actually that was on Zoom, you get one of. I didn't show this, but you get a Fortune Builder shirt. Just let me know what you want, a black or a white one. I don't know if you can see it. This one,
Thank you. I'll take the black one.
the black one for his percent, but then. So you do, and I will get in touch with you. Make sure you get a shirt. Get a shirt. You get
Thank you.
Thank you. And I do have a gift. I was hoping more kids was on, but the kid that was participate the most got these beats. So yeah, Jaden, you won. You won.
Good job.
Not to interrupt, but here's a picture of the little things to be aware of. Can you see him? Hold on. Can you see him now?
Oh yeah, I see him.
Yeah, the back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the tall
That
blue
looks
thing.
scary.
That's him.
It looked like something up with him though.
Yes.
That looks scary.
It does. It does. Do anybody else got any comment, Miss Davia? Any questions or comments that would you like to say?
Not you. Oh,
Who you? Anybody? Go ahead, Miss.
praise the Lord. Evangelist Rosemary want to say something.
Okay, go
Praise
ahead.
the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
I know when you're saying something about things on TV, they got all kinds of things. Because I know when I turned the TV on and I looked and they said they're children move things. I said, God, that is not evil demons. And you got to watch stuff like that. What it does, it gives children nightmares. I know so because of my incident with my son. He's gone now, but things like that, you can watch stuff like that because it's a spirit in them types of movies. So they do it for the young people to affect their minds and things. So I'm glad you're on here talking about that. So we got to be aware of stuff like that and how teaching them and having healthy things on there and things that will help them with educational. We don't, these other little white all that stuff instead of educational things. That is good and then it helps them mentally. We don't want to, we don't watch, a lot of parents do not watch what our children are watching or what they're doing on the they have cell phone, but we kept an eye on them on TV. Now, cell phones got all kinds of mess. And all kinds of TV. Yeah. Oh, can you hear them?
Yeah, we care.
Well, I do. Oh, yes, and see, they have them on. It's addiction. Them cell phones, they be running. Hey, I don't care where they be, they got that cell phone on. all the time, continuously. That's an addiction. Then you ask them about school, they don't know nothing about school. Or none of the homework or nothing. They don't know no. So and if you just look at them Jewish people and all them other people, they don't know how to be on that stuff and then smart. But we bite on them things for them and let them and then they don't do what they're supposed to do and we still have to have some cell phone. Because I know incidents, so we gotta be aware of all that. And that's God to give us wisdom and how to raise our children. We get a job, but if we keep letting them put them things on what they want to be, they're not. They ain't gonna want to do the school, they don't want to do that.
Okay, so, and I just want to add, it seems like I don't know if anybody else said this because I came on late, but it's attached to the spirit of depression. People seems like the ones that bully, they are depressed, because they missing something in their life, from their home life, and they bully other kids because that's what either they is being done to them or they're missing something. They want they desire that missing thing, and sometimes it's attention. They missing attention. They're not getting it at the house or they don't have friends. So we gotta pray for that's and bind that spirit of a depression and that light in them. Thank you.
Thank you. Jaden, I'm gonna get back to you. I just want to read what Miss Davia Williams said. She said, I enjoy what happened here on this conference. My son was bullied in the middle school, and I had to get him counseling to help him cope with him, him. And if anyone need counsel for that child, please do so. It helps. I totally agree. I do want to say this. That's why we have to be aware and watch our kids. I did tell you some signs, but a lot of signs. If you see your child acting differently, doing something, going out their way, doing something that they normally don't do, please talk to your child. 'Cause a lot of times if we ask them, they might talk. A lot of times they don't want to talk. But we got to have a communication with our children and be aware, like everyone else saying, but aware of what your child watch, what is they reading, what is they doing. You have to keep them children focused on them. It does take a village to do that. Jaden, what did you want to say?
Do be watching these bad stuff.
Yeah, that's some cartoons. He pulling up, and y'all we all know that they like the cartoons has been doing. Even Disney, come out more and more the background of some of the things that's in Disney, been doing. And what they about to shut Disney down and maybe even redoing it. I heard it might even redo Disney altogether, and I hope they do sooner than later because of all the background is in Disney that's influence our kids to act a certain way, and it's a shame. How much stuff is being incorporated that our child wears. So that's why we need to look at what our child is looking at. Sit down, watch them cartoons with them children sometimes. It don't hurt to see what they watching. You'd be amazed what they got on there that you wouldn't say, whoa, I didn't know this was on there. Yeah. Princess, go ahead.
I know that my daughter, she's 13, and I know she's getting up that age to preteen and all of that. But what you can also do if you want to do it, I have my daughter phone tied to my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
whatever she texts or whatever she looks at, I could shut it down from my phone. I know a lot of times when they get in the middle school, they see a lot of other kids do a lot of things. And I know most parents, if you're like me, you try to shelter them from that. But when they at school, we have no control. So every now and then I sit down and I talk to her and I ask her, how was your day at school? What you did at school? What you and your friends talked about? And she be like, Mom, Yeah, it's my business to know. Because if something is going wrong with you, I want to be the first to know. That's with any parent.
And I,
Because, oh, go ahead.
no, I'm glad you brought it up because we did want to talk about sexuality with teens. Um, and at my daughter's school, at the first open house, when we went into her school, William James Middle School, they had a flag on and they got a banner with the gay colors with Martin Luther King. A lot of
Oh,
times, and also there was my daughter was telling me that there was a group that the kids had made up for supporting um kids being trans what is not
transgender,
not transgender. They were supporting what's that with they can have sex with anything they call it,
Pansexual.
pansexual. Thank you. A pansexual. There was a group doing they were supporting. They don't even know support. When I broke it down to her, what do it actually mean? When it means you can have sex with anybody, even with your own mother and a parent. It don't have. They say they love everything. They mean they believe in love everything. That's mean it could be they parent, they animals, anything that they believe in. And when I broke it
mm,
down to her, see what the really meaning of it, then she was like, "No, that's not what." See, so the kids don't even
right.
know what they supporting, and it's
Be-
so acceptable.
yes, because I went through that with my daughter. I was trying to help somebody out in the family, no name, and I let him move in with me, and she was like, "Mama, why he walk like that?" And I was like, "Well, he the other way." And she was like, "He's not a girl. He's a boy." I said, "Well, let me put it to you like this. He like what I would like." She said, "Huh?" So I knew then, even though we're not around them, they talk about it at school. They
Mhm.
exposed to it at school,
Mhm.
on TV, especially Disney. I never would expect Disney to expose kids to that. What really made me start watching Disney is when I know a lot of kids is familiar with the movie Frozen. Okay, the second part of Frozen, they wanted to make it where Elsa was not with the boy. They wanted to make it where she was with a girl. And to me, that's inappropriate because I feel that it's taking away kids' choices.
Yes.
And with a child mind is free and is wild and they're curious. And if they keep seeing this on TV, around them at school and stuff like that, they going to sooner or later say, okay, I want to try it. It must be okay. Everybody's doing it.
And not to
But
stop you, Miss Davis, but one of our other panels just arrived, Miss Quintel, and that's actually what her topic. Um, before she, Miss Quintel, are you ready to speak?
Hey, everybody. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just before you get on, I did told everybody before well how to handle bullying, and I just want to tell you the process of when you realize your child is being bullied is to report it to the teacher first. Let the teacher be known. You want to take it's very very important to make documentation of everything you do. You want to report it to the teacher first because if you this the steps to it. Um, reach out to the teacher, tell them you want a conference with her to speak about your child being bullied and ask them make sure you write down what did she say what gonna do to follow do to stop the bullying and follow up with your child and with the teacher to see if it stopped. Now if the bullying has not stopped, you want to go to the principal and then you want to report to the principal and see right now everything that he says would do, well, how they gonna stop the problem, the issue, and they might have to take the child out the classroom. And a lot of times, what they do, they don't move the bully, they move your child. If it gets that worse, get to that bad instinct. And if the bully don't stop the child, but they still have recess to be together as well though. The bully don't stop, then with the principal, you want to go to the board of education and report it then. Now, if it's a continuous thing and the board of education, because they can get bullied on the school bus as well. If it don't stop, then you might want to be investing to a lawyer to get the situation handled. But then the process, and it's you can't jump one step to the other. I'm letting y'all know from experience because they're gonna bring you back to the other one. They said if you go to the straight to the board of education, they say did you talk to the principal? Okay, then the process is to go to the principal first. Then they go to the principal. If you don't go to the teacher, because I went to the principal when my child was being bullied, and the principal said, "Hey, did you speak to the teacher?" Okay, then you need to go to the talk to the teacher because everything I'm telling you is things that I know that I went through myself. Did you report the teacher? So you did the steps of how to handle your child being bullied. And I'm going to turn on to Miss Quintel.
Well, I do apologize for being late. I have a weekend job I just picked up, just trying to get ahead financially. So that's why I am late, but I do apologize again.
No, we
And my
want.
name
Thank you for
is,
coming.
you're welcome. And oh, I'm driving also, so forgive me if I seem like I'm in and out and you hear a lot of stuff. So I am driving, but I still wanted to join you, let you know I'm here. So I just, want to put that out there and apologize. But as I've said, my name is Quintel Kendrick. I'm a wife, mother of four. I have an 18-year-old son, a 14-year-old daughter, 6-year-old son, and I have a 4-year-old daughter. So I don't know, been dealing with a lot with my 4 kids. And I can't remember which child it was, but one of my children mentioned being bullied. So, like the Sam Vet said, I went to the teacher first about it, and nothing, and it still was going on. So I sent it to the principal then. Like he said, there's steps to it. You have to document all of this, just to protect yourself. I'm just glad the bullying had stopped, so I didn't have to, go in more, more in depth with it. But it did stop. But I was, and this hurts, you see your kids, to learn, try to do the right thing and your child goes to school and they're being bullied. You're already worried that your child not even around you, and then to have to worry about, someone put their hands in your child or being beaten your child and you're not even there to protect them. So I've just been on both sides, not both sides. I try to teach my kids not to be bullied, but I'm gonna be honest. That 4-year-old daughter of mine, she's very mean. She's like I call her a little bully, like she's a savage, and I'm trying to teach her, no, Ava, don't be mean. Just, as you say, you got to teach them young, but everything you can teach your child one thing, and then your child leaves you, and they're a whole different child. And a lot of this was brought on because my 14-year-old daughter, she came out to me, she was pansexual. And I really didn't know these terms myself, but I used to work at the AIDS and HIV clinic in Savannah, so I learned a lot from there. And like everyone else, I don't agree with it, but that's my daughter, so I'm not about to, push her out or, pound her like everybody else wants me to do. Because for one, I don't want to do that, and then I lose my child. So you always, people say one thing, but when you're in that boat, it's a whole other different story. Which brings me to someone else I know. Her child, I'm gonna say her child, but it's an adult child, came out to her, and she's like, I don't know what to do. I'm embarrassed, and I'm not gonna mention names, but this is a pastor and his wife, and this was the first lady talking to me about her child. And these are people in the church, and she's like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm this, I'm that, and it's like she's embarrassed about it. And I said, you talk to so and so, but she don't want to talk to anybody because she's embarrassed about it. I mean, and I hear everybody, like I said, I'm not with it, but I'm not going to disrespect anybody or bash anybody because of something I don't totally agree with. We got to remember that people are people, and everybody's always talking about drawing people in, and we got to remember the love. Everybody wants to draw everybody in, but you got to remember the love, and you got to have compassion and still have respect. And that's something I feel like that's, with sexuality is being out there like it is, we got to still remember to have love. We don't agree with it. And whether people want to admit it or not, some people may have already dealt with it, and you know how it feels. But, you know, like I said, my thing is, I don't want, like I said, I have a teenage daughter, and some of her friends are the same way. They have came out with their sexuality. And I met one of her friends one day, and I looked at that baby's face, and it just hurt me so bad because it's like, he can't be who he is, and his daddy has bashed him and just made him feel bad. And I saw all over that baby's face that day, and I'm getting, you know, Terry, just thinking about it, but I felt that baby. He was not getting the love he deserved because of who he likes, and his dad doesn't agree with it. So dad's going to treat him a certain way. And dad's going to push that baby out that door, and somebody's going to get that child. That's where the major problem is going to come in, and that's what people is going to want to talk. Like I said, I don't agree with it, and it's all, and like whoever was speaking when I came in, she said it's all over the place now. Yes, it is. It really is. So, I mean, we can teach our kids, but like you said, it's all over the place. But even if your child is out there, just don't bash the child. My thing is, these teenagers, you know, they're going through their little phases. They're gullible. They're naive. They're not thinking clearly. They're looking for something to fill that void. And, they can't go to their parents because, my parents don't agree with this. And my parents is treating me bad. And yet, the whole while, parents are pushing their children out there into that lifestyle even worse, even more, because the love is not there. I mean, everybody has their way, you know, they say, I was born this way, or this happened to me, that happened to me. And with my daughter, I try to, you know, I said, man, just let me know, you know, talk to me. She said, she hasn't been touched, or this is and that. So, I don't understand this, but she decides to be this way anyway. But like I said, maybe it's just a phase, but in the meantime, I'm just going to be beside my daughter because I gave birth to her and I feel like she was given to me. So I have to do the best I can to love this child despite all. And I'm sorry about everything, y'all. It's just, I've just been going through so much. So I'm kind of emotional. And like I said, when I see that baby's face and that, you know, to talk about that now, and I see his face again, and it just hurts. But every time I see him now, you know, I try to, you know, say I'm here for you, you know, if you want to talk. That's how I am with my daughter and her friends, because I don't want to lose the teenagers that are around me because of who they choose to love. And they say this, that about me and judge me because of that, but I feel like that at this point of my life, that is something that I'm told to do. I'm trying to help the teenagers. I'm trying. I don't want to lose them because this world is just so full and they're our future. So that's just how I see things. I'm sorry. I'm going to just pause for a moment and let everybody say what they got to say, or while I pay attention to the road for one thing. But I'm sorry, Miss Beck. Go ahead.
No, thank you, thank you. I agree with you. When your child is speaking of something that you don't go along with and you know it's wrong, you still got love. Because the Bible said love conquer all. You still gotta love them and you gotta talk to them. You gotta work with them, do it. And that means even if they get down in the dirt, we gotta get down in that dirt with them to bring them up.
Yeah.
I'm strongly agree with that. And just the way you could do it without hurting them, tearing them down, and making them worse, making them worse. Like you can explain to them, um, what is they saying. I would first ask them questions to see do they know what they're talking about. Do they understand what they're saying? Then I break it down to them and show them even research what does it mean, what they're saying. Because a lot of times they're confused. They just go along with the fad, what is it being acceptable, because they want to be acceptable in school or what they see. And that's what a lot of times they go along with it, not really knowing. But if you allow them to continue to be there and say that without explaining to them what's going on, that spirit will actually get into them. If you speak something in the air, and if you start practicing like smoking cigarettes, because I used to smoke cigarettes, if you first start hitting the cigarette and start smoking practice, guess what? Eventually you become a cigarette smoker. You don't, and nobody start off something one way. It's actually when you start speaking something and start doing it in the experience, that's when it happens. And people is different, but they don't understand that God designed them to be different. Ain't nobody supposed to be the same way. And it's okay for a man to have some feminine ways, but that don't mean he is gay. It's okay for a woman to have some masculine way, but that don't mean that she is gay. But if you keep speaking and people say, "Oh, that child gay," then guess what? They start becoming gay because they think that's what you call them. Once you start labeling them that, they actually become that. So it's educating your child and being with them, and don't never leave your child. I don't care if she get grown. She stays until she get grown. Still love them, because love conquers all. You never know, because you don't want to push them out there and let the world eat them. They already got someone to deal with. I do have a question that says, and another question was that if your child is the bully, being the bully, what can you do to help them? Okay, a lot of times, like I said before, a lot of times the reason why a child is being a bully is because they been bullied and they don't know it's wrong too. If my child was being a bully, I'll tell them to stop, straight up, stop it, and tell them what it's doing to hurt their child. Don't allow
God
it.
is good.
They go to also. You might. I love what Miss Davia said. You might have to use counseling. For people who get, not everybody. I don't know, somebody people get Medicaid. Medicaid will pay for 20 free classes of counseling for your child or for you who are on Medicaid for a year. So if you can't have, I tell them stop and tell them it's not okay. And I will get help with them. And if anybody has any questions they need to, anything to help them out, even with doing a bullying policy, they know some child being bullied, you can reach out to me. My phone number is 912-314-9697. It's public known. I don't have a private number as well because I hadn't got to the point where I have to have an actual phone number. So that is my personal number. You can reach me out through fortressbuilders1@gmail.com. You can reach me through Facebook Messenger. You can any other way you know somebody say, hey, get in touch with me and I'll help them out with any situation, anything they're going through. But the thing is you want to reverse the bullying. You let them know that it's not okay, to educate them what bullying is. What actually, I know that if you teach somebody, if they've been bullied, ask them how they felt when that person they done it that way. And let them know what they're doing, that person, what they're doing, that same pain they causing someone else. Tell them to just stop it. And I say again, get counseling, therapy, get them to a different activity. A lot of time they might be being isolated or they don't have the things that they need. That might be right in bullying. They might try to bully somebody because the child have a toy or something they have. And I'm gonna tell you, if you can't afford your child to have things, this is what I do. Because we don't have an unlimited amount of money where we reach. What we do, we plan in advance. And my daughter says she want a computer. I already see what computer she want, and I price it out, and I save up money so I can get afforded. And you also want to make them work on goals. Like, okay, you're gonna have to clean up. I'll clean up and do this, that to get them money because my money is not free. I tell my child, I know we all black people don't heard that, but our parents don't tell them, my money don't go work like that. So, and I save up until that people say to me, okay, we go on trips and vacations, and how we afford it because I plan months ahead of time, and I pay for a little bit of stuff as graduate. If your child needs school clothes, school start same time every year. If you got to start back 3 months ahead of time, because I was a single parent and I had to do this 3 months earlier to buy some school clothes, buy a pair of pants, 2 or 3 pair of pants here, buy 3 toothbrushes the next time, buy a shoe to get down to the buy a shoe this month, and this other week they got layaway plans. It's different ways to make sure your child have, because that's a lot of times the child is being a bully because they don't have, or they've been bullied. It's different reasons, and that's what I say how to handle bullying. Elijah, do you have anything to comment on if the child being a bully, how to handle it? Your child is the bully?
Yes, I do want to say that all of you gave productive resources, but the biggest thing that I want to acknowledge is talking to like the school system. When you're talking to the school system, you want to make sure you keep records of everything, keep everything dated. Keep, you send an email to the teacher asking, say, hey, make sure you like have that dated, have that email stamped, print it off, and use it because some of these cases can get really serious. And when teachers they neglect, also teach as well. When teachers they neglect to do their job, um, in a certain area, they'll lie and say, hey,
Yes.
you didn't email me this point, and they delete the email. But once you have, coverage on your part and saying, hey, I have this email, I send this email, about my child. This is why my child is failing your class because you're neglecting to handle the situation. You have to hand an email, then they have no choice but, to handle that part on your side. If that makes sense. And also with principals, the same thing. Because principals, they're more likely to have their staff's back than your back. Despise
Yes.
of your children, is getting hurt at the end of the day. And what it's going to take is going to actually it's going to take your child getting hurt, or your child killing himself before somebody actually intervenes and they actually take it serious.
Yes.
That's it.
And I wouldn't do phone conference.
That was
I
it.
would not. I would do face to face conference. Do not do phone when your child's being bullied. Do not do phone conference. No. Do anybody else want to say anything else before we get ready to close out? Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Um, what's gonna raise her hand first? My sister-in-law. Go ahead,
Sorry. I
Keisha.
just wish that when I was in school that we would have had all of this when I was in school, because maybe that would have gave me the courage to tell my mom and my grandma that, hey, I've been bullied. I've been getting bullied since the beginning of the year. I need help because it had got so bad to the point I did sixth grade at two different schools. And the beginning of sixth grade, they had each student name on a piece of paper on the door, so you knew that that was your class. And I saw my name on the list, and I peeped in the class, and I seen all the kids that had picked on me before. And I said, nah, I ain't going in that class. I went in a whole different sixth grade class and sat down like my name was on the list. And then the teacher say, do you have a Lakeisha in your class? And she was like, yes, she's right there. Well, she belonged in this class. And I guess the look on my face that I had gave, the teacher was like, nah, we'll keep her over here in this class. I said, thank you, Lord. I just couldn't do it.
Amen. Miss Davis, Princess.
I know that when I was going to school and I was growing up, a lot of people considered me a bully, which I don't think I was a bully. I think I was just protecting myself. But in their eyes, they considered me as a big bully because I stayed fighting all the time. But most kids, they could be acting out because of death in their family, or they could be angry that they lost someone, a loved one, and they don't really know how to talk about it, so they lashes out. And if like when I had got a report about my baby was picking on someone, I did a game with her. I played a game. I made her the person that didn't want to be bullied, and I was the bully. So we did this for a whole Saturday. I bullied her so she could see how that other child felt when she was messing with them. And she was like, Mom, that ain't no good feeling. I don't like that, Mama. So, basically what I'm saying, if you're comfortable with doing it and somehow you could make your child feel what that other child was doing, if your child is the bully, maybe they'll stop because they don't like that feeling.
Yeah, that's some things we do. Like we used to have, and we'll do it again when we used to have the conference at our place. We do role playing. We do reverse role playing. But we have the bully, one person the bully, one person not the one the victim, and the other we have other two kids in there being the person that helped them to the child to stop from being bullied or pull them out of the situation. Um, Miss Carabelle Mosley, elect Carabelle Mosley, you got your hand raised. You want to say something?
Yes. Is the topic about sexuality?
It's about
Um, the
it's three different, and the sexuality is about is one of the topics.
yeah. Concerning sexuality, um, I agree with you, and I love the way how you say talk with the person who dealing with the that spirit of attack of not their sexuality. Um, I think it's important to find out why they chose or they think they not the person God made them. And
Mm,
once you find it out, um, discuss with them. Like I had a niece who once she's a female and she decided like after she had a child, she decided like another female. So I asked her why, and she said because her baby father had hurt her and cheated on her. So I let her know that that will be the same sex can do the same thing. And then I also let her know how beautiful she is and how, God made woman and man, and made them perfect. And that, wi-
you went out. I can't hear you, elect lady.
and that you can't in life, you can't let another person control you. So what she basically was doing and letting that ex control her by going to the opposite sex. And she's only going out of pain. And and that she got to get that pain got to be healed, but it can't be through the male or female, not anybody. God got to heal that pain, and she got to, desire and be okay with herself. So that's what all I want to say. Make another comment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, most definitely. I agree with that. What you said. If nobody else will have to say anything, Quintel, Miss Kendricks, do you got anything to say before we go? Because I know you're on the panel. Miss Kendrick, Quintel, she might can't hear. I don't think I. Oh, hold on. Can you talk
Hello?
now? Hey, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I'm
I thought
sorry.
I had you muted.
But yeah, like I was saying, I'm just sorry I have missed it. But thank you for having me on.
And thank you for allowing us to use it and telling us your experience and your knowledge from firsthand experience. I thank you. I appreciate that. But they do take a lot of bravery to do that, and I appreciate that. So we getting ready to close out the Zoom meeting. I would like to thank everybody for joining us today at our children's conference. I ask God to bless us all, Lord God, and keep using us. Y'all do have my information on how you want to reach me. Again, my phone number is 912-314-9697. Fortress Builders email is fortressbuilders1@gmail.com. You also can reach me through Facebook Messenger. To any questions, either after this rant or comments, anything you have to say, positive or negative. I take everything as a learning experience. I don't get offended easily. I and I do want to point out what Quintel said too, what she said about to love, that we must love the person regardless of what they say. That love conquers all, and God commanded us to love one another as we love ourselves, regardless of the person is. You know what I'm saying? If the person says this, the person say that, if the person do this, the person that, he said love regardless as we love ourselves. Also, I would like to emphasize on what Mr. Elijah said, Benjamin Williams said about most important. Take notes, put dates, time, email the person. Make sure you set an appointment. Go to the teachers, the principal, the board of education. Please watch what your kids are looking at. If it's something, I'm gonna sit down with your child. If it's something they don't like, because it does influence, don't let them watch it. Tell them no. Be careful what your child look at. If you need help with clothing, your child don't have clothing, help clothing. I know our church, Holy Zion, we have a clothes outreach ministry where Fortune Builders used to do it, but we hadn't done it in a while. By our church, but they wouldn't mind you going in there to get some clothes of child. Everything look nice and decent and clean and in order. If you need it, so if you know somebody else that need a clothes, please let us know. Food, there's different food banks we know of, resources. And remember, in June we're doing a back to school giveaway and talent show. If you know any child that's that any talents, and there's different types of talents, please let us know. We can put them on there. They can perform, sing, dance, read, walk, pray, whatever they got to want to do. We got one girl tap dancing. We got a singer, and we got a praise dancing team, and hopefully we have a speaker here as well to promote Mr. Benjamin, hopefully. But we know that he's about to go on college, and he got a lot of things he got going on. God bless him and continue to lift them up and use them in a mighty way in the name of Jesus, Lord God. And like again, I just want to I'm gonna pray, Lord God, forgive us for our sins, Lord God. Please watch us as we believe for one another, Lord God. Increase, Lord God. Please reach other child and remember for us to go back to help another child as we able and willing. In the name of Jesus, Lord God. And I thank all of y'all, and God bless y'all, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love y'all.
Love you.
It was good.
Hey, Jay. Hey, Jay. Hey, Uncle Jay.
He can't. I'm saying.
There you go. Say hey, Uncle
Hey, nephew. Hey.
He's
You get
driving. That's
big.
why he got. Mm-hmm. And that's Auntie Beck. Remember Auntie Beck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he came on late.
Yeah, he growing up so big. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He was 13 now?
Yes, he is. 12.
12. When his birthday is, Keish?
He just turned 12 in December, 12/22.
I know his birthday.
December 22nd.
I know he's the same age as Janae, but his birthday at the end, Janae in the beginning. Because Janae just turned 13. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. How's she doing?
She doing good. She's on here too. She probably don't left her. I see she's still there. She probably on left. I'm gonna end and hold up and stop.